I've had quite a few comments over the past year saying that when I do my videos in front of this background, it's a bit more of a sterile environment in the sense that it's not as natural as when I used to do videos carrying the camera about. So, keeping that in mind, and today we're just going behind my desk because I wanted to talk about ownership. It could be said that the more possessions you have, the more successful you've been. And behind me here is a huge collection, although I'm sure lots of other people have got a much bigger collection of music. I used to love buying CDs because I used to love the artwork and the packaging. Great example here of my favourite band Fear Factory with their album Archetype. It used to unfold and I used to think that was really, really cool. But next to my music, DVDs. I used to like sharing DVDs with my friends of things that gave me pleasure. So if there was a movie I saw that I really liked, like Donnie Darko, which is one of my all-time favourite movies, I used to like owning it so I could then give it to my friends and let them have the same experience that I did. But of course it takes up space, it costs lots of money, and then Blu-ray came out. So does that mean I have to start buying everything again? And finally down here I've got books, some of which I have not read. But a great example of a book is one I bought at primary school by Matthew Thomas called Before and After. And it was about exploding sheep. I actually never got round to reading it. It's still here. Is ownership beneficial? Music, now you have Spotify, which for $9.99 a month I get access to unlimited content. In terms of movies and that, you have Love Films, or I believe in the US you have Netflix. So you don't need to own physical copies of things anymore. You pay for the usage of enjoying the music, enjoying the movies, without having to store it physically in your house. And with books, you know, a lot of these I don't read anymore or will never read. So surely I should take them to a charity shop. And when I want to read a book, I can either get it online, or if I want it in physical format, I could get it from a library. It doesn't end here though. Let's go upstairs. More shirts, and more t-shirts. Lots more t-shirts that I haven't worn it in so long. Then coming over here, hoodies that I haven't worn for ages. Just shirts I haven't worn. I wouldn't even wear this shirt. And this, another shirt. I wouldn't wear a shirt like that, and I've still got it here. I own this stuff, and I don't get rid of it because I always feel, what if I need it one day? What if it comes in use? And I even have drawers of complete random stuff that I don't use anymore. Oh, a cool watch I got from Turkey many years ago. I've missed this. But yeah, lots of stuff. And finally, I want to talk about my car. And our Flopsy, you're going to be short-sighted in one eye. And so finally my car, one of the greatest forms of ownership. But with having a car, there are so many problems. You have to find a parking space, and it means you can get fined or you have to pay for parking. You can be involved in road accidents. There's congestion, pollution. When something breaks, you have to fix it. Loads of different problems. And I guess whenever a product is first released, it's usually for its utility, what it's used for. But then, due to society and the way it's evolved, it's now about wants and not so much needs. So people like to have cars that look amazing. People want to drive around fast in their cars. When we talk about ownership and businesses that create these products like music CDs, the business model for any company willing to make profit is to ensure that everyone buys as much as they can. So the business model for the car industry is that everyone on this planet should own a car. But I mean, yeah, everyone on this planet should have the right to be able to travel faster than foot. But should everyone really own a car? I mean, do we have the infrastructure to deal with that? I mean, if you go to like an airport and you see all the car parks where people have left their cars while they go on vacation, it's absolutely ridiculous. There are currently over 500 million cars in this world. Is it really possible for everyone to own a car? But it is possible to allow everyone to have access to the utility of transport. Like with music, I have a program like Spotify. It means I don't have to store the CDs, I don't have to go out and buy them. You know, the access is at my fingertips. That's technology used for good. But with cars, we have automated transport, and the reason it's not being used yet is because it would put a lot of people out of business. The people that manufacture cars, the service industry. I mean, if your car can tell you that the oil needs changing, surely the car is able to change the oil itself. But allowing everyone to have access for everything, you may say, well, surely that is even more inefficient. Surely that will use more resources. Let's say you wanted to travel somewhere. So you dial up for a car to pick you up. So this automated car takes you to where you want to go and picks up the next person, and so on. Less cars would be needed on the road. Therefore, there'd be less pollution, less congestion. 93%, I think it's a bit more than that, of all road accidents happen due to human error. You would eradicate that. It's no longer an issue of being too young to drive, or maybe being elderly, or even being drunk. These people are catered for and are taken in the quickest and most effective way. I mean, today, we do not have the money in the world to provide for everyone in society the things they need to make us progress in the right direction, but we do have the resources to do that. And so that makes me think, where are we going wrong? Surely that ownership could become a thing of the past. I just know the moment I get rid of those books, I get rid of the CDs and the DVDs and the clothes that I don't wear, I'm just going to feel a hell of a lot better. I need a good clear out. But with things like this, a car, it's not so easy because it's an important part in my life, getting to where I need to go. I guess I just feel sometimes with all the capitalist stuff happening in our lives, we really ought to learn to let go. Hi everyone, thank you for checking out my video as always. Be sure to click subscribe if you enjoyed it, and if you want to see my newest video, click the blue button. You can find me on Facebook and Twitter. Be sure to post comments and video responses with your own views on ownership and your own stories of perhaps getting rid of stuff. My first video recommendation is called Goodbye Home, because I think whenever we move out of a house is a time when we get rid of a lot of our stuff. And if you missed Flopsy, be sure to check him in one of my old videos, which is just there and is pretty insane. And so on that note, adios till next time, and hopefully see you soon.